everybody. Hey people. So today I want to talk about some of my favorite gluten-free products. So welcome to the gluten-free eating series where I like to share about what I eat that's gluten-free and maybe it'll help you. So when it comes to eating gluten-free, there are a lot of products out there. Now I have always thought it was better to just eat naturally, like what's in an apple? Is an apple gluten-free? Yeah, it is, because the ingredient is apple. There's one ingredient. So eating things that don't have lists of ingredients or that contain the least amount of ingredients, that's what's best for you. You're going to eat more naturally. It's simple. Eating simply is what helps your body to feel best. So that's what I tend to like to do, but there are some products out there. We'll be doing more product reviews here in these gluten-free eating videos, but for today I'm going to tell you a couple of the staples that were really great for me when I started to eat gluten-free. I needed to have something. I was used to eating so many grains and so many carbs, and then when I pulled that out, for me, for my stomach was a little upset. I needed something, and so I did end up adding back some gluten-free products into my diet, but I don't buy a lot of them. But some of my favorites I'm going to share with you today. I did not start eating this at first, but once it became gluten-free certified is Cheerios. I have a big old box here. You'll see this is gluten-free certified. Well, yeah, it might not have the actual certification, but they definitely put that big on the front. Ooh, because they really want you to know that you can have it, and it says it here too. I've seen a lot of videos, and I know that with Cheerios, the owner of General Mills or Cheerios, like someone very involved at the top levels of that company, they have a daughter or relative, if I'm not correct, that couldn't have gluten, and so they made it really important that when they were getting oats, when they were harvesting that it was gluten-free. So the thing about breakfast cereal is a lot of it has corn in it. I do not have a lot of corn in my diet. Most of the time I cut it out completely. So if corn is an issue for you, cornstarch is the second ingredient. It's pretty typical with breakfast cereal. So if corn is something you can't have any of, you can't have Cheerios. But if you can have a little corn like me, then Cheerios is really great. Oats should be gluten-free in theory, but they tend not to be, just because barley and rye gets mixed up in there or something. Usually when someone runs a granary, is that what you call it, in agricultural places, and they're harvesting oats, they tend to get other things mixed up in there. And usually someone who sells an oat product, they sell another product that contains wheat, and it's all processed in the same facility, and it's just not safe for you to eat if you can't have grains and you can't have gluten. But eventually I did find an oatmeal that I really love. I'm gonna go get it. And it is Quaker Oats, gluten-free, quick 1-minute oats. I really like these. This looks like it's got the certification right there. So I really love these. These are great. I cook them on the stove, put some walnuts in there. You can put honey in it, brown sugar if you need to. I just usually do a little bit of honey and like some craisins, walnuts, like I said. I use this for when I make a lot of things. If I bake, when I make meatloaf, when I grew up, my mom didn't put breadcrumbs in it. She was usually putting in oatmeal because that was healthier. And so I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna put in my oatmeal? So this stuff is really great. No one else in the family eats it. It's just for me, so it lasts a long time. So I recommend it, it's great. Another breakfast item, when it comes to cereal, like I just don't have a lot of cereal in my diet anymore because I'm avoiding corn and a lot of carby things. One cereal I like, the Kind brand is very kind to you. I really like everything that they have. So this is peanut butter whole grain clusters, and I don't see a certification here. It's definitely GMO, which is really good. It is corn free. So that's really great. And it says gluten-free on the front. So this stuff is really great. I kind of snack on this, but it is great with milk if you want to have it as a bowl for cereal. So a lot of the Kind products, not everything they make, but they do have a lot of gluten-free stuff. And when I was starting out, I was really afraid to try new things. So I would just try a little bit at a time. And of course, read all the ingredients. Here you've got a somewhat short list of ingredients, but there are grains in there. So I would have a little bit at a time and see how I'd react to it. And anything that's from the Kind brand that says gluten-free on it has always been safe for me. So I highly recommend it. Moving on to a snack. So these are new. These are new to me, and these are certified gluten-free. So you know it's super safe. The gluten-free bites, they just call it the GFB. Ridiculously tasty and protein-packed snacks. So this is dark chocolate and peanut butter. So if you've got a sweet tooth and you know there's a lot of sweets you can't have, this is really great. I've had this for a couple weeks and I've only had like 2 or 3 and I've got tons more. It's gonna be a little more pricey. Like most of those products, you're not gonna be able to buy a lot of gluten-free products that are just $1 or $2. This was $3 or $4, but since I'm the only one that eats it, it's been pretty good. I mean, I don't pop these in my mouth. I kind of do take a couple of bites of them, but one is plenty, like after a meal if you like to have something sweet. Let's see. I don't see any corn in here. Everything's organic, so and it's vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, and all of that. So these are really great, and usually I buy them at Kroger and I'll get a coupon. So these are great to have in the pantry. Okay, my most favorite gluten-free food product is Nut Thins. I just love these. So, Blue Diamond makes these, and I recommend a lot of nuts that they put out there too, but there's a lot of flavors for Nut Thins. This is hint of sea salt, so it's more like what you would consider plain. These are great to snack on and just have with your lunch or have cheese and crackers, but I'm doing a party and I want to put out something like my guac or just any kind of dip, and I want to make sure that there's something that I can have. I put these out because people can't tell they're gluten-free. It is $4 or $5 a box, so it's not like $1. So you might put this all out for your guests if you want to make sure that whole dish is safe and there's nothing else there. Like I said, at parties there's a lot of contamination issues, so check out my video about gluten-free eating at parties and holidays and Christmas time. I've got a lot of tips there, but if you're hosting in your own home, there are a lot of ways that you can make sure that there's no contamination if you're providing all the food. But for this, you can just have some for yourself, set it aside, and you know you're safe. Or you can share it with everyone because they don't taste gross. They're not like super disgusto. I really think they're good. This is certified gluten-free. And this is a lot about rice flour, potato starch, and apparently almonds. So you'll have some protein in there. So these are just really great. They're good on your stomach if you are sensitive in your tummy, and sometimes you just need something. I always say, like, I need something to soak it, like something that kind of just soaks all that acidic stuff, the acids going on in your stomach, and you need something kind of carby, but you don't want to add too much to your system. A couple of these Nut Thins are really great. So that's all for today. I will be introducing more gluten-free food products. Again, I always recommend when you're eating gluten-free to eat as naturally as possible, and stay away from things with a long list of ingredients and things you can't pronounce. Ooh, and modified food search. What's that? I don't know. But there's a lot of things in food products that are binders that kind of hold those food products together and give them a longer shelf life. And there will be a lot of corn and corn syrup and corn flour and things. Again, if corn is like a no-no for you, you just have to be extra careful, which I have to do most of the time myself. But these are some of my favorites, so I just wanted to start with my favorites. I will be putting out more gluten-free eating videos with some really yummy gluten-free food product reviews. So if you like this video, let me know. Give it a like. If you want to hear more, subscribe, ding the bell. You'll feel like a winner, and you'll find out when more of my gluten-free eating videos are back. If you want to comment, let me know what you'd like to hear more about when it comes to gluten-free eating and what you think of this video. Maybe some of these foods didn't work for your stomach. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear. Eating gluten-free is hard. Life is hard. But don't let it harden you. So come back, see another video, cope with me. Bye.